So we just landed in Beijing and just exiting the aircraft. Believe it or not, it's a very small plane. I'm gonna stand here for a minute or two, make some videos. That is China Southern Airlines over there. And this here is the little plane that we came on. China Southern Airlines. Basically, taking off from here, and that is China Eastern over there. China Eastern Airlines. Okay, something about this aircraft. It's very small. So I think it's Boeing 737, but somehow it looks much smaller than usual. And I can't tell you the name of this airline, but not a very good experience. First, you can't reserve your seat on the internet. You can't. This airline, you can't book your seat, you can't check in on the net, and then when you get to the airport, the staff at the airport do not know how to do this thing arrangement. So they put me together with two guys. Honestly, I was the only foreigner on this plane, but they put me together with two young Chinese guys. One of them is a few inches taller than me, young guy, maybe in his early 20s. And then the other one, I think they are together. The other one is big. So you have three big guys sitting on the same row, while you have a whole bunch of little people sitting together. So on the little people side, you have a lot of space. But then on my side with those two other guys, we were squeezed up. And actually this stupid airline actually put me in the middle. So when I got there, I started to feel, as soon as I got on the plane, I started to feel claustrophobic. And immediately started to ask the flight attendant to please change my seat. And you know the sitting space in front where you have a lot of, they gave it to very short people who didn't need it. And me and this young tall guy that is actually taller than me, and then the other guy who may be a little bigger than me but maybe shorter, three of us had to sit in that very small space, while the bigger spaces were reserved and given to short people. This crazy airline, like I said, you can't choose your seating. Because when I bought the ticket, I tried to choose the seat on the internet, even asked a friend to take a look, help me. Couldn't do it online. So get to the airport, they just assign any crazy seat they want to you. Well, fortunately, the big young man is a nice young man. I think they are students or something, maybe transiting in Beijing to go somewhere else, I'm not sure. But he gave me his seat. The air hostess asked, not like really asking, but was telling him my seat is I'm in the middle and I don't want to sit there. And then he said, okay, you just take my seat. And it was very, very uncomfortable for a 3-hour flight. It was very uncomfortable. I kind of felt sorry for the young man because he couldn't sleep, he couldn't move, he couldn't do anything. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't do anything. And my feet, I didn't have anywhere to put my my feet, I didn't have anywhere to put my feet. But then this airline, I went to use the restroom up front because I was sitting very, like 3 rows to the front. And I asked the flight attendant, by the way, a bunch of men. Usually flight attendants are usually more women than men, but on this flight just 2 girls and then maybe 4 guys or 5. Can't just keep showing up. And I asked him if there's a toilet there. He said yes. He said no, the toilet is all the way in the back. You gotta go all the way to the back of the plane to go to use it. And then he said, because this one up front here is for the staff. And then he said, okay, you can use it. You can use it, it's okay. I got into the toilet, came out, and then there was standing the co-pilot. One girl that's up front, and 2 other guys, flight attendants. The space was so small and they're all crowded there. So the co-pilot was waiting to go into the toilet. So as soon as he came out, he went in. And then I started asking, why is it that your airline cannot choose the seating space online like other airlines? First of all, none of them could understand good English, so I did Chinese. But then when the co-pilot came out of the lavatory, he said he could speak English. So we communicated both in English and Chinese. I asked why your airline cannot check in online, like book your seat online. He said they don't have it. And okay, why is it that your the ground staff, your people at the counter cannot arrange the seating well? Then at the same time, the young man that was sitting with me, the tall one, just came. I guess he was, because I took the IF seat, so he was at the window seat. So I guess he's been waiting for me to get up so you can go to use the restroom. So he was standing right there. And then he said, no, I said, look at this guy. He's taller than me. And look at how tall I am. Why did your airline put me, him, and the other big guy together? And then look at all these spaces with more leg room, and then you put these small short people. Yeah, and then the young man was he couldn't speak English. He was saying the same thing in Chinese, complaining. And they said, yeah, they don't do it, blah 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 blah. Okay, well, I kind of had to keep myself busy, so I wanted to eat something, just keep myself like from going crazy. So I saw one of them was eating a very, those, a plate of food, those kind of plates that they have the vegetable in one, this portion of vegetable, and vegetable, meat, this, that. And I asked, what is this? The lady told me fish and rice. I said, okay. Bring me a plate of this. She said, it's 30 yuan. I said, yeah, okay, bring me a plate. And then he said, okay, they'll bring it up. And then the co-pilot told me, yeah, they're going to work on it, improve this, that. Then I went back to my seat. 7 or 10 minutes later, the lady went past me, went to the back, and came back with, man, I forgot to take a photo of that food. And brought something, like a bowl of food that is not the same one that I pointed at, the same one they were eating. It's like this bowl of food is, just a bowl, just a crazy looking bowl with, those aluminum bowls with the rice, and I don't know what that kind of, I don't know what kind of meat that is.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. Sure. Oh, I mistakenly pulled out two trolleys, and the attendant came to tell me it's 2 of them. Oh, nice guy. He was smiling while saying it. So anyway, so she brought me this aluminium bowl. Those small little aluminium bowl of food like you give to babies. And it's kind of cold, and then she left. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this is not what I ordered. But, oh, by the way, when I ordered the food and before I went back to my seat, I said, we're on the air. My payment system will not be able to work now. She said, no problem. When we land, you pay. Okay, good. And then when she brought this, I'm thinking, this is not. In my mind, I thought, okay, I know what she's trying to do. Maybe they want to, give me this bowl of food, not give me the one that I requested. Maybe they want to give me this to apologize for the inconveniences that they caused. So, but I didn't want that. I just want them to improve. I didn't want anything like that, like give me free food for not sitting properly. So anyway, I stayed there, waited for her to pass again. So I decided this time to make sure that I pay for my stuff. I wanted to order food also for the young man that gave me a seat that was sitting next to me, but I'm not sure if he was hungry, and I wouldn't want them to bring food to him and then he will reject it or feel embarrassed, So I thought, okay, what about buying him a drink? I'm going to buy him a drink. So when the lady came back, like after 10 minutes again passing, I said, excuse me, could you give me a can of Coca-Cola? Because I heard when they were advertising their Coca-Cola and they were selling all their stuff. They were selling everything. Not even biscuit they give you on a 3-hour flight. So, and I said, give me 2 cans of Coke. One for me, one for this gentleman here. She said, okay. Then she left. Came back like 10 minutes later. And I was waiting for her because I feel that food is cold and I didn't want to go through the stress of saying, why is it cold? Go heat it up. So I waited for her to come back. After 10 minutes, she brought by the way, the food came with no tray, nothing. Just, just hold the aluminum bowl like this, just brought it. And here, sir. Man, I don't know who set up this airline and who hired all these people. So she brought me 2 plastic paper cups of Coca-Cola, and told me, sir, I'm so sorry, we ran out of Coke, or Coca-Cola is finished, so I brought you 2 cups, so one for you, one for the gentleman. And then the young man was looking at both of us. I said, finished? She said, yes. I'm thinking. She said, but it's okay, we just give you the Coke, no need to pay, we give to you. A cup of Coke? But I had to eat the food. I had to keep myself busy, and I didn't have a choice because, they take all your stuff from you. They take your bottles of water. They take your canned drinks. They take everything at the airport. So, and then you get on the plane. The best that these people can do. Some other airlines will offer you water at least. I know China Eastern Airlines. I flew them from Shanghai last year, and they gave us food flying back from Shanghai. This airline don't even give you a bottle of water. You get on the plane, you're dehydrated, and they take the bottles from you, your bottle of water at the airport, and then you get on the plane, they can't even offer you water, even if you're dying. So she said, this Coke is for free. I said, what else do you have there? You have Sprite? You have any other kind of drink? She said, no, we only have coffee and mineral water. Whatever, because her English is not good, so whatever the mineral water means, I don't know, and I don't want to ask. I'm also not interested in talking in Chinese at this point. So now I'm trying to buy the gentleman a can of Coke, but they messed it up. So she had to go to explain to the young man, he wants to buy you a Coke for giving him your seat, but we run out of Coke, and so we bring this in place of the one that he wanted to buy for you, but it's for free. What an embarrassment, right? What an embarrassment. So for me, this airline is a shit airline. Honestly, shit airline. And then, so the young man took the Coke, and then, he politely took it and drank it. How can you be advertising like 40 minutes ago. You were advertising Coca-Cola, this, that, and then I look back, I look front, I don't see anybody. I saw only one man bought a plate of food for his daughter. I didn't see anybody else buy anything. It's like everybody just close their mouth and close everything, close their purses, close their money, and just didn't buy shit. So how is it that your Coca-Cola already finished? So I think what happened is that they didn't want to take the embarrassment of giving the young man the Coke on my behalf. So I think that's so. Instead of me buying him Coke for their own mistake, they can't give up the Coke for free, but then also don't want to sell it to me. So brought us to 2 cups. I had to eat the food, so I needed the Coke. There was no other kind of liquid there. So the young man drank the Coke, and I just gumbled around the food and then drank the Coke. And I got up later to go in the back to stretch my legs because my legs were killing me. There was no proper way to sit, no proper place to sit. And when I got to the back, I was there for a minute or two. The lavatory in the back, got vacant. I got in. Then there was turbulence, and I had to come out. Then I stood there for a minute, and then when the turbulence was over, some other people went in, came out. Then I was going back into the lavatory, and one of the flight attendants, a guy, just showed up and said, "Please, no smoking in the toilet." I said, "What?" He said, "No smoking in the toilet." I said, what's the meaning of that? He said, I just want to tell you that no smoking in the toilet." I said, I'm kind of very confused. And I said, why are you telling me that? He said, because maybe you don't know, because then he said in Chinese, because he couldn't speak English, they have just a few words that they memorize, like no smoking or that. So I said, why would you tell me this? He said, because maybe you don't know. I said, why wouldn't I know? He said in Chinese, then the other girl, who is the second flight attendant, was standing there, and then that one said, no, okay, sir, no, cannot understand. He looked to the girl to try to translate, but then the girl couldn't speak English herself. So he said, he told the girl in Chinese, I don't know how to say it because in abroad, like Guowai means abroad, like outside of China, like abroad, in foreign countries, they smoke on the plane. Then I told him in Chinese that I said, whatever you want to say it in Chinese. I can hear you. I heard what you just said. I said, for more than 20 years, the policy of non-smoking already existed in foreign countries for over 20 years. Non-smoking airplane, non-smoking flights. So in this time and age in 2025, you're going to tell me no smoking on the plane? I'm looking at him like, I don't think anybody smoke more than Chinese people. My own personal opinion. So these people are just not trained at all. They are not trained at all. I don't know where they got them from or what this airline is. I'm gonna start my own airline. But anyway, roughed it through that flight, and then that guy had to apologize. The guy apologized on his behalf and said, no, sir. And then told him to stop talking. Like telling me don't smoke in the restaurant. When I started getting on the plane, this man probably has not been born, or maybe even if he was born, he was just a baby in his village somewhere in China. So anyway, the flight landed eventually, and then getting off the flight, they charged me the same 30 yuan for the cold food with the poor service. And this airline is not cheap. It's just that I booked very, very late. Like I booked it a few hours before the flight. So literally, that's why it seemed like it's cheap, but it's the difference between this airline and China Southern, China Eastern, Shanghai Airways, all just maybe 100 or 200 yuan. And most of the problem is not even about the difference in the prices, because I couldn't get any of those other flights. And the ones that I got were not coming to Beijing directly. So I thank God I made it out of this flight in one piece. And now I'm in Beijing. I gotta go do my stuff. Hey guys, listen. Some other people are checking in to get on that same flight to go somewhere else. Yeah, they are going to Guangzhou. That airline over there. I don't want to show the name. So if you zoom in and find the name, you can let me know in the comment section. But people are checking in to go back into that plane to go back to Guangzhou. Guys, I gotta get off here. It's been over 20 minutes. I will talk to you guys later. Claim is here. Okay. So, going out, go to look for my bag. Getting out of the airport. Go to find my bag. Let's see, Guangzhou 26. Okay, let's go to find it. 26. The way Chinese people rush off the plane as soon as the planes land, I think my bag will be the only one remaining now. I think. Because everybody else has taken their bag. I could already see my bag over there. See right here? That lady standing right there. I could already see my bag there. Because everybody rushed over and took their bags already. 你好，这个是我的。对，谢谢。这里有地铁吗？
有。
那地铁？
从西户口出去，然后坐电梯到负一层就是地铁。
负一。谢谢。Okay, so just asked if there is a subway because I want to take the subway into the city to go to where I'm going. Hold on 1 second, I gotta fix something here. I gotta try to find a way to put this bag over my shoulder. Well, I shouldn't have carried 2 bags, really. It should have been 1 bag. And honestly, you see this little thing here? See this? It cost me an extra 90 yuan. Because this airline said no carry-on luggage. So if you get carry-on luggage, you need to pay more. So I had to pay more, 90 yuan, and it's really want to ask me if I need help, but instead of coming approaching me, if I knew, I would have just put all my clothes in this backpack. But such is life. When I'm going back or flying again, I'm going to find a way to not check this bag in. Let me go this way. See a whole bunch of people out here. Waiting for people. See right behind me? Many people. See? So I'm gonna find the subway. Find the subway station. Hey guys, check this out. Check this out. See that line, that blue line, all the way from over there, coming here. Look here. It says subway, and then it tells you where you're going. And then from that side, also coming from that side with the arrow, bringing it here, and then they all go this way. Check out those guys. Okay, anyway, back to it, right? This is Dashing Airport Beijing. Now, it's clearly marked blue. Every 10 meters, it shows you the writing on the floor, subway, and shows the time, opening and closing, people come to buy it, everything, all the information is here on the floor. From that side, it's the same. From this side, it's the same. They all come here, going there. That's the subway. You can't miss it, unless you're blind. But it's good to find out if it actually works. See right over there? You see the lady sitting behind that information desk here? 10 minutes ago, because I was looking at the board, the direction is not clear on the board. I can't read it out clearly. It's too small. I went to ask her over there, how to go to line 10. She told me, go out, and then go to change the line 10. I said, go out, and then go outside. She said, are you sure I should go out of this station? She said, yes. And you know what? This conversation was held in Chinese and in English. So it was very clear. And I went out here, all the way out, went through, went out, went up, outside on the street. No sign of anything. I had to come back in to check back in again and ask the security people over there. They say line 10 is here. Damn! That's a whole lot of work for me, for somebody who is tired and hungry. Something that I haven't seen for a while is a normal occurrence in Beijing. See the guy sitting over there? It's like a homeless guy or a beggar or something. You see the guy talking to him.